Good morning, day 2.
Day 2?
Well, day 3, but day 2 here.
Gotcha.
It's a hot one. We are going to take on Washington, D.C. We were originally going to, much of Washington, D.C. is shut down. So we are going to do what we can, and that includes the International Spy Museum. It's something. And then we're going to try to walk around the mall at least. And Porter wants to see the World War II monument, so we're going to try to at least do that.
You already did.
No, we're going to see the big one. And we were originally going to take the train in, but then we thought, well, we probably shouldn't do that just to maximize our safety the best we can.
Yeah.
I know. Stay home if you want to be safe. But we're here. We're going to try to do something because we can't sit at the campground all day. Unfortunately, the campground doesn't have a lot going on. The pools are closed because of COVID. So we're going to go into town. We're going to go to Spy Museum. We're going to try to walk the mall a little bit and just some of that. And then go from there. We understand we're not going to get a lot done. So the big challenge now is finding parking. We have parking apps, so we can find them. It's just whether or not we can fit. We've got the big truck. And Washington, D.C. is not a great parking spot place for big trucks. That's going to be our challenge. And I hope we find something because we already paid for the tickets to the International Spy Museum. You okay there, Heidi?
I got dry air in my mouth. I do not have COVID. Excuse me. As we're reading more about Subway, you know, figuring out prices and all that kind of stuff, you know, it had the essential travel only element, which to me, of course, is those commuting into work. And quite truthfully, the more I thought about it last night, I was a little nervous about the kids in a situation where we're in that enclosed space where there's all kinds of people coming and going. And I don't know, I didn't feel like it was responsible for us to do that. So that's why we're taking the risk to drive into town. Not that the town driving itself is bad. It's certainly not like New York City. But it's just the parking unknowns.
Yeah, we're taking a risk not knowing we can get on the parking spot.
So we opted not to do the Subway. Of course, the kids are bummed because they were very excited. And I will say, of all the subway systems I've been in, DC's is one of the nicer, cleaner subway systems.
Than New York.
So,
yes,
kind of bummed. But at any rate, we will have a chance to do that someday. Because we're obviously going to come back when we can see more things. But
and no trip is complete without a stop at the Wawa. And if you know this area, you got to stop at Wawa.
So these guys are getting excited. They just saw the top of the Washington Monument from afar.
And we saw a pirate ship playground. We want to go on it, but they're probably going to say no. So
there's the Capitol to your right. Everybody look at the Capitol.
Whoa. Is it that big white shiny thing?
Yep.
That the sun's shining on to destroy it. It's more shinier than I thought it would be. Wait, is the sun melting it into
so we have the
marshmallow?
Capitol
Because it looks like a giant marshmallow.
It's a giant marshmallow to Easton.
We're about to go into the International Spy Museum. Unfortunately, there's no video in there, so we can't take you in there. But let's tell you about our luck. We got very lucky today. We came into town following all the directions. Heidi's giving me all the directions. And we tried calling. We told you
Stand in front of it.
we told you our biggest concern was trying to find parking because of our truck. We're driving, and luckily there's parking on the street, but it's filled. It's filled. We're driving like there's a spot, and I don't know if you can see it, but right there we were able to squeeze in. And luckily it's a parking app. You can pay for it as you go.
Oh, that's cool.
People here are really great. They've hold on, stay there. They said we can actually come in now, so we're going to go in early, get it done, and then go back out. Plus, they told us we would not fit in the parking garage. So this is we just got lucky today. That's all it is. We found parking that fit our truck, and we go from there. But anyway, we're going to go in the Spy Museum. We can't take you along because they won't let us. Give me the spy face, thumbs up. Oh, there it is. Spy Museum. The International Spy Museum, I'd highly recommend it. It was a good time. But once again, no video. You'll just have to take our word for it. And kids had a good time. Harper, what did you think about the Spy Museum?
Good, and I got this book.
You got a book? Awesome.
And M&M's.
shocker. Like most museums, it's amazing stuff in there. You're like, what? How in the world? That's crazy.
And we got magic tricks in there. There were magic tricks in there.
And the boys got lasers. Okay, so we're heading off to the, we're gonna head off to the National Mall now. And then, but we're gonna make it quick too. We're not going very long there. We gotta cross over. Heidi, she wants to put her bag away. So that's where we're gonna go. And then we're gonna try to get out of DC at rush hour. That was good planning.
You know what? Who cares though? Like, we have nowhere to be.
Yeah, we have nowhere to go because the campground here doesn't really have anything because it's all closed down. But we got a good parking spot. Can't complain. Okay, we'll catch up with you guys at the mall. Hey Porter, are you excited to see this? Yeah. This is what you wanted to see, wasn't it? Porter really enjoys World War II, like we've mentioned, so we want to make sure we got to this monument. But we had to tell them they're not going to go in the water. We think wading in the water is disrespectful to the monument. That's us. That's just what we're saying. So we're going to endure the heat. Wow, good job, buddy. Hold it up.
Okay, here we go. Woo! Mine are not as graceful. I'll do a... You get the monument?
Come back this way, Harp.
What?
Come back this way. No, towards Mom. There's the White House. We're not going to go down there because the kids are fading quickly, but it's okay. Yeah, they've seen it. Like I said, we're going to try to come back on it, you know, when everything's back open and they're a little older.
And we're coming back in the winter.
And they want to come back in the winter. So, but got to see the things they wanted to see. Of course, we'd love to come back and do the Smithsonian's and the museums and all that stuff. Maybe one day. But anyway, it's been a great day. It's hot. Hot. Definitely got some sun. And go from there. What do you think, Harp?
Good.
So hot, we told the kids we get ice cream. So we're gonna get some ice cream. I guess when in Rome.
It was a hot day in DC. Although so cool because hardly anybody's there. So you could have parked anywhere on the streets, which is never a thing. Social distancing was super easy because, again, there were not very many people at all. And traffic has not been super bad, which is great for just kind of, you know, looking around the city and seeing things. And so now we're heading back to the campground. These three, as you can see, are wiped out. But I love them. They did good because I know it's hard for them to walk in the hot air. But it's all right. They're sleeping and getting some much needed rest. So